This is 1H part 1 following method 2. What we're going to do in this tutorial is look at the pitch type ID. We're going to make it be a drop down box like asked for here. And also when a pitch type is selected, the description and the current price should be displayed, so that the price charged will actually be whatever the current price is in the pitch type table. Now I've tidied things up and followed the house style, but apart from that nothing is really different from last tutorial. So first of all, let's sort out this pitch type ID. Now it's asked me if I want to make changes and save them, so yes, I'm going to do that. So we're going to put this as a combo box now. So we'll put in here combo box, just draw the shape. We want to look up values from another table, which will be the pitch type table. We need the pitch type ID because that's the data that we're going to store in the pitch allocation table, and we need the description so we know what it is about. We don't need any order, but we are going to unhide that key column again so that we can see the pitch type ID. We're going to use the pitch type ID as the data that we're going to store, and we're going to store it in the pitch type ID for the pitch allocation table. Now it says what label would I like to call it, so I'm going to call it pitch type ID combo. Click on finish, and I'll just get rid of that label because we don't need the actual label itself, so we'll just delete that. And we'll just see what it's labelled the combo box, because we are going to need to make reference to that combo box when we look at the price charged. So I'm just going to double click on it to get its properties, have a look at all, see what it's called it. It's called it combo 23. So I really wanted to call it pitch type ID combo, and now I'll be able to make definite reference to that, but its control source stays as a pitch type ID. Let's just check that it works before we look at the price charged. So I'll click on that drop down box. There we go, I can select items quite easily. Okay, so we'll go back to our design view. And now what we're going to have a look at is this price charged. Now one thought might be that you could set that to be a default value of the current price. Unfortunately though, that doesn't work, because when you change a pitch ID it doesn't update it. What we actually want to happen is that every time we change the pitch type ID, we want this price to update. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a look at the properties of the pitch type ID, and we're going to have a look at events. Now, events are things that happen. We're going to say that after this has been updated, so any time that the pitch type ID is updated, we're going to run some code. So if I click on these three dots, I can run a code builder. Now don't get worried about the code, because it's actually going to be quite simple. And then it starts off, it sets up most of it for you. You see it says private sub, that means that it's a subroutine, and it's saying it's for the pitch type ID combo after update. Okay, so we can see there's a pitch type ID combo, and here is that it's the after update. And every time it's updated, we want to set the value of the price charged to be whatever the current price is. So I'm going to say that the price charged must be equal to the current price. Now the current price doesn't have a space in it. So we'll close that down. It has to be exact, otherwise you will get an error. And now what we'll do is we'll run this, or before we do I'm going to save everything and make sure that it's saved. And we'll see what happens. If I choose now grass electric, there we go, it's put the price in. If I choose grass standard, it's put the price in, and it's put that in the price charged box so that it will save it straight into the pitch allocation table. So if I put in a quantity here, let's say we'll have 5 of those, 10 adults, 6 children, and I'll just click on the next one, because then that will mean that it will save this record. So if I have a look in the pitch allocation table now, you'll see there it is, and it's saved the price as well. So that's good stuff. We know that it's done what we want it to do. I'll just delete that because it's not supposed to be part of our data. So we've now set up the combo box, and we've set up the price charged, and now we're going to do the final bits, which will be the validation and the buttons, and you'll do that along with the tutorial for method 1 as well. So it's going to be a tutorial for both methods 1 and method 2 because it applies to both.